G'day gamers, Gob here, and it's Snapshot Day again, and we're here with the 20W49A snapshot for the 1.17 Caves and Cliffs update. 49. That means it's only 3 weeks till Christmas. Oh my goodness gracious me. Anyway, before we get started, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please tap on that subscribe button. Please just do it now. Do it. And we'll get into it. Right, 20W49A. What does that bring us? It is not a massive snapshot update for this Caves and Cliffs, but it has some very, very exciting things in it. And let's get to it and see what is in store. Now, the very first thing is they have introduced the dripstone into the game. It doesn't spawn naturally in a normal world. You have to actually go into the game menu, do a customized world, and select single biome and look for dripstone caves. And I'll just show you now where that is. Now, to get yourself a dripstone cave biome to play with, you need to go into single player, go to create world. You want to do, I'll chuck it into creative and into peaceful so we don't get things annoying us. We'll go to more world options. We want to go to world type and we want to go to single biome. Customize, go down to the dripstone caves. And there you go, Bob's your uncle, and you can now go and play in a new world which will have dripstone caves. Now, again, this is just an ability for us to play with it at the moment. Ultimately, they're planning on having dripstone caves properly in the game with massive biome areas, but this is just a way for it to generate. So we'll go down here. Oh, look, a dungeon. How good's that? There's our amethyst geodes. And where is some dripstone? Where is some dripstone? There's some. And look, we found our very first dripstone cave in this brand new world. Okay, so what have they done to dripstone? Well, they have made it so the pointed dripstone, okay, we'll find the stalagmites and stalactites. Now, if you remember back to my last snapshot video, we had some of the stalagmites and stalactites meet in the middle and make one nice big column. Okay, just remember, stalagmites are the ones on the floor because they might get to the roof. Stalactites have to hang on tight so they don't fall down. Okay, so it's dripping. Dripping. Okay, so if you place a stalagmite on the ground, okay, we'll just keep adding to that one. Okay, it grows. Okay, and if you place a stalactite above it, okay, and you keep doing it, they will link up. How nice is that? Linked stalagmite and stalactite to make one big dripstone column. But you don't want it to look like that. You might want to, in your world, make it look like that without them being joined. How do you do that? Well, we place our stalagmites and stalactites down, our dripstone, and we crouch. Okay, it's a bit like placing items on something that if you don't hold shift for, it doesn't work. Okay, so crouch, click, and see, now they're not joined. If I don't crouch and I add that one, they join up. If I crouch and add it, they're not linked. Happy days. How lovely is that? But Gob, we went through stalagmites and stalactites and the dripstone last snapshot. What is so exciting about this one? Well, let's get to it. And the big exciting thing out of this snapshot is the sculk sensor. Okay, finally got it in game. We get to play with it and see all the wonderful joyous things that this bad boy brings to the game, and the redstoners out there are going to be absolutely bonkers over this addition and what it brings to Redstone Contraptions. But how does it work? Well, the Skulk sensor is designed to detect movement. At the moment I'm sneaking. I'm being very, very quiet. And it doesn't even know I'm here. But at the moment I start to walk normally, see, it hears me. And it sends a signal. Watch that little patterny thing go from me to the Skulk sensor. It's like sonar. You see a little thing, it detects the movement from where I am. Okay. Now it also detects when actions are taken. So if I place down another Skulk sensor, see, it heard the other one, and I place down another one. They both heard that one, and I place down another one, and they heard it. Okay, and lots of little signals going around. Now the interesting thing is, Skulk sensors don't detect each other. Okay, so if a Skulk sensor makes a move or sends that little signal or whatever, they don't affect each other. So you can't set up a Skulk sensor sort of chain where one senses the other and senses the other, but you can trick it. Okay, so you could do it so you can have a Skulk sensor over here, and you can possibly put something on there. So what do we got here? We'll grab a trapdoor, jungle trapdoor. We'll chuck a trapdoor there. Okie doke. So see, now they're moving each other. But they're not actually detecting each other, they're detecting the movement of the doors. And see, I've now set up like a Skulk sensor hopper clock here now, so they're feeding off each other, and it's wireless. Okay, so there's potential here for new styles of clocks built around the Skulk sensors, and they take up no space whatsoever. So if I put that down there, I can put down a redstone lamp or a piston or something, and see, on and off, on and off, on and off. How good is that? Okay, but at the moment, this system, if I move around, will detect me, and I don't really want that to happen. Okay, so if I place down some wool, I'll sneak over here so it doesn't hear me. The wool occludes the motion and noise from other directions. So I'll just surround this little circuit in wool, and what it does is now the Skulk sensors can only detect motion from the direction that the wool isn't there, so that's in front of them. Okay, so now they're just happily working away by themselves as a little Skulk sensor clock. Now the Skulk sensor will also detect motion through dirt and other blocks. The only thing that will stop it is that wool from over there. Okay, so see that redstone lamp that's just sitting there ever so quietly? What happened? I'm moving. It's like an alarm system. And underneath that redstone lamp was a Skulk sensor, and it was detecting me through the dirt, and it was sending a signal. Another interesting thing to know about the Skulk sensor is they can be waterlogged. And there it is there. Now what is worth knowing is a Skulk sensor will only detect vibrations within an 8 block radius of itself. Something a bit like that. Okay, so once you go outside that range, it won't hear you. We're perfectly safe here. Oh, it heard me. Now to get rid of a Skulk sensor, you need a hoe. and they mines them quite nicely. Now you can get rid of them using other tools or good old-fashioned whacking, but it's a lot quicker with a hoe. And that suggests to me that these bad boys might actually be a plant. And you know what? They look a bit planty, don't they? Now, one interesting thing that they've brought into this is skulk sensors have a different amount of redstone signal based upon what they hear. And the changelog says that then allows us to use comparators with skulk sensors in some absolutely spectacular ways. Okay, and there's a list here in the changelog of what activity gives what sort of frequency. Okay, so if you do a step, it gives you a signal strength of 1. Okay, if you hit the ground, you get a signal strength of 5, etc., etc., all the way up to the lightning strike or an explosion, giving you a signal strength of 15. Let's see how that works. Okay, so I've set up here a little experiment with a number of skulk sensors with some redstone lamps. Okay, going from 1 all the way up to 10. I haven't gone all the way to 15. I ran out of space because of that hill. But I think you'll get the idea. Now, what did we say? A signal strength of 5 if you hit the ground. So let's see. We should expect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All those 5s to light up when I hit the ground. So we'll jump. And we did. That one, I'm probably just out of range of that one. Okay, so walk is a signal strength of 1. None of these have a high enough signal strength, except for that one from me just walking. Okay, if I jump, I'll light up all of those. Okay, if I eat, oh, that's a signal strength of 8. If I shoot something, signal strength of 7. Oh, there's a chest. Wonder what happens when I open the chest. Opening and closing has a different signal strength. There we go. Open. I got up to about 8. There we go. And placing down a block will do all the way up to 9. So placing and destroying blocks has a different signal strength than walking and things like that. And that application will be very handy if you want to use comparators to limit what activities fire off your redstone contraptions. Okay, or if you wanted to and you don't care what signal strength it is, just chuck a repeater on, and even your lowly walking will fire it off at a distance. Now, only one more thing I'd like to point out about the skulk sensors, and you may have picked it up from this little demonstration, is they have a cooldown. Okay, so they fire off this signal, they have a cooldown before they can do it again. So if I walk, it doesn't fire up straight away. I place my block, I destroy my block, I don't get 2 signals. Okay, so I'm walking, these guys are doing this, but that one didn't make any impact because I already fired off for my walking. Okay, they haven't cooled down. So there you go, for skulk sensor. These guys are going to be epic. So there you go, that is Snapshot 20W49A for Caves and Cliffs, and I'm very excited about what these skulk sensors can do with the game from here on in. It's just going to be so exciting. If you liked the video, please give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Chuck me a comment about what you think you can do with the skulk sensor. I'm waiting for all those wonderful redstoners out there who build the massive redstone contraptions that get stuck into this bad boy. If you're not a patron, please become one, and you too can get a shout out in my videos. You can get access to the Trycraft patron server and lots of other lovely fun things. But that's all I got time for today. I'm going to go play with the skulk sensor. Until next time, Hooroo!